Little People, Big World star Matt Roloff is offering more insight into the drama surrounding the sale of Roloff Farms. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. When Matt decided not to sell his multi-acre property to his son, Zach Roloff, it drove a wedge between the pair. The fallout over the failed real estate deal was a major storyline in the recent seasons of the family's TLC show and generated plenty of commentary for fans. Some slammed Matt for putting financial considerations over family. Others criticized Zach for demanding a handout from his dad in the form of a heavily discounted price on the property. The 25th, and possibly final, season of Little People, Big World wrapped up on April 23. Now, Matt is officially not under a contract NDA. He revealed on social media, which means he is free to shed some more light on what's really going on with the family farms. He says the situation is more complicated than what was depicted on the show. Matt got candid about his controversial decision about the farm in a lengthy Facebook post. The drama began in the fall of 2021 when Zach and his twin brother Jeremy Roloff both expressed interest in purchasing the family home where they grew up, which sits on the farm property. As twins, they have always been super competitive, but this was one situation that I couldn't let one win over the other, Matt shared. As a father, it was extraordinarily complex, and I can't say I handled it without some mistakes and missteps. Not only were two of Matt's 4 kids interested in buying the house, but he also had to deal with some incredibly strict rules about dividing land up and splitting property based on zoning laws. Money, retirement concerns, loan terms, and maintenance responsibility all played a role, Matt added. But fairness to all four of my kids and all grandkids played and weighted the heaviest. As seen on the show, Zach and his wife, Tori Roloff, made an offer on the farm, but Matt refused to sell at the price they were willing to pay. Zach came in real hot. He didn't come in to negotiate. He came in to demand, Matt said in a 2021 episode of Little People, Big World when discussing his and his son's conversation about the farm's future. Zach and Tori ultimately purchased their own small farm property in Washington state in 2021. Jeremy and his wife, Audrey Roloff, also bought their own farm. Meanwhile, Matt put the farm on the market. When it didn't sell, he converted the house to a short-term rental. He's since relisted the property multiple times but has yet to find a buyer. While hurt feelings from the failed farm deal left a bad taste in everyone's mouth, Matt seemed to think it had all worked out for the best. Jer and Zach each figured out in their own timing that the idea of breaking away from me and the farm, as you all know it over past many years, and individually established their own homesteads, build their own dreams. Ridges, barns, shops, and projects, he wrote. My heart is full to see that process in progress. It hasn't been easy, especially all while being filmed, and sometimes even very painful. But in the end, it's all been productive. However, Matt did admit that with the benefit of hindsight, he would change several of my processes. I believe the results are better, and I love watching all the kids find their independence and passions on their own terms, he wrote. Ultimately, it was Matt's youngest son Jacob Roloff who has ended up taking the most active role in running Roloff Farms. The property has been split in two. The big house that was seen in the show is now a vacation rental that Matt has put on the market, along with 16 acres of surrounding land. Meanwhile, Matt and his fiancée Caryn Chandler live in a new home on an adjacent 90-acre property, along with Jacob, his wife, and their young son. Our youngest, who broke away from the crazy train early to go see the world now in a poetic turn of events, has returned with his family to an open canvas of opportunity, Matt wrote. I understand if you've been watching LPBW since the beginning, you are not as connected to the stories and lives of our 3 average height children, he added. But please know they exist and matter as all 4 of our kids do in the grand scheme of the farm. Matt added that he still plans on running Roloff Farms' annual Pumpkin Festival in the fall. He invited fans of Little People, Big World to stop by and see the farm for themselves. Come see us in October, he wrote. You get to see all this firsthand. For more on the entertainment world and exclusive interviews, the Roloff family has been a major part of the reality television landscape since the debut of Little People, Big World in 2006. Over the years, fans have followed the highs and lows of the family's journey, which has been filled with successes, heartbreaks, and, of course, family drama. Recently, Matt Roloff, the patriarch of the family, made waves in the media when he publicly criticized his son Zach Roloff and his daughter-in-law Tori for what he described as misplaced priorities. This statement has sparked widespread attention and debate among fans and media alike. But what led to this intense public family drama? And why is Matt, who is typically a private person, choosing to speak out now? In this article, we will dive deep into the recent conflict within the Roloff family, examining the key issues at play, the impact on the family dynamic, and how fans and the media have reacted to Matt's comments. We will also explore the history of Matt and Zach's relationship, the larger Roloff family dynamics, and what this public disagreement means for the future of Little People, Big World. The Roloff family first captured the hearts of audiences in 2006 when Little People, Big World premiered on TLC. Matt and his wife, Amy, both of whom are Little People, dwarfism, built a successful life on their farm in Oregon. Over the years, their children Zach, Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob grew up in the public eye, facing the challenges of growing up with dwarfism, the pressures of fame, and the realities of life on the farm. Throughout the series, fans saw the Roloff family go through a number of significant life changes. Matt and Amy's marriage came to an end in 2016, and both remarried later on. Meanwhile, Zach, the couple's only son with dwarfism, eventually married Tori, and they started their own family with children Jackson and Lila. Despite some tense moments, the family seemed relatively united, even as Zach and Tori started to build a life away from the farm. However, recent tensions have come to a head, culminating in Matt's recent public comments. In a recent interview, Matt Roloff did not hold back as he spoke out against Zach and Tori's priorities. He expressed disappointment in his son, hinting that the couple was making decisions that he felt were selfish and damaging to the family. Though Matt didn't go into full detail about the reasons behind his comments, it was clear that his frustration stemmed from a series of unresolved issues within the family, particularly surrounding the future of the Roloff farm. The main source of contention appeared to be the ongoing dispute over the sale of a portion of the Roloff farm. In previous seasons of Little People, Big World, Matt and Amy made it clear that they wanted their children to take over the family farm. However, Zach and Tori were reportedly less inclined to continue that legacy, and they opted to buy a home outside the farm rather than take over the property themselves. Matt's disappointment may have been amplified by his sense of betrayal, as the farm was a cornerstone of the family's legacy. For Matt, it seems that the farm represents more than just land. It is a symbol of family unity and shared history. When Zach and Tori made the decision to buy a home elsewhere, it may have felt like a rejection of that legacy. Matt has mentioned in previous interviews that he hoped one of his children would eventually take over the farm, and Zach seemed like a natural choice. However, with Zach choosing a different path, Matt may have felt as though his son was distancing himself from the family's history and traditions. While Matt's criticism may have been harsh, Zach and Tori have their own set of reasons for their decisions. In interviews, both Zach and Tori have expressed that they want to create their own life and identity away from the pressure of the Roloff farm and the shadow of their parents. Zach has explained that, while he has a deep love for the farm and what it represents, he and Tori felt that moving away would allow them more freedom to grow as a family and create their own future. Living in the spotlight is never easy, and for Zach and Tori, the pressures of being in the public eye have undoubtedly taken their toll. Raising two children while dealing with the complexities of dwarfism, navigating the tension between family obligations and personal ambitions, and maintaining a public persona can be overwhelming. It's clear that Zach and Tori value their privacy and have expressed a desire to focus on their immediate family rather than the larger Roloff family dynamic. Moreover, Zach and Tori's decision to step away from the farm could be seen as a reflection of their desire to maintain boundaries within the family. If the pressure to take over the farm became too great, or if they felt suffocated by their parents' expectations, it's possible that they simply wanted to prioritize their own family's well-being over fulfilling someone else's vision for the future. Matt's public comments have certainly strained the family dynamic. Though many fans were already aware of the tensions between Matt and Zach, hearing Matt's direct criticism of his son in such a public way has added fuel to the fire. The impact on the family is likely significant, with both emotional and practical consequences. One of the most difficult aspects of being a public figure is the constant scrutiny of private family matters. For the Roloffs, the world has watched them grow, fight, and make major life decisions in front of the camera. This has led to both support and criticism from fans and viewers. While many fans have expressed support for Zach and Tori, believing they are entitled to make their own decisions, others have sided with Matt, feeling that his disappointment is justified. Regardless of who is right in this situation, it's clear that the Roloff family is navigating a difficult period. Public family drama, especially when it involves deep-rooted emotions and long-standing expectations, can create rifts that may take years to mend. The ongoing drama between Matt and Zach has not gone unnoticed by fans of Little People, Big World. Social media platforms have been abuzz with opinions, as fans have taken sides, voiced their disappointment, and discussed the family's complex dynamics. Many fans are split between supporting Matt's frustration and feeling that Zach and Tori have every right to create their own path. It's also worth noting how reality television can shape the way viewers perceive the individuals involved. On one hand, the cameras capture intimate moments and personal stories, giving fans insight into the family's challenges. On the other hand, reality television can sometimes oversimplify or sensationalize issues, leading viewers to form judgments based on limited information. As a result, the Roloff family has had to navigate not only personal disagreements but also the public's perception of their lives. While it's unclear how the Roloff family will resolve these tensions, one thing is certain: the drama will likely continue to play out on Little People, Big World. Fans are eagerly awaiting updates on the family situation, and the show will undoubtedly explore the fallout from Matt's comments in future seasons. Another key question is the future of the Roloff farm, with Zach choosing to live away from the farm, and with Matt's frustration with his son's choices. It's unclear what will happen to the property in the coming years. Will one of the other children take over the farm? Will Matt sell it? These questions hang in the balance, and fans are eager to see how the situation unfolds. The drama between Matt Roloff, Zach Roloff, and Tori Roloff is far from over. As the family continues to navigate their differences, the public's fascination with their struggles will likely continue. Matt's recent comments about his son's priorities have added another layer of complexity to their already strained relationship, but the resolution of these tensions remains to be seen. What's clear is that the Roloff family, like many families, faces difficult decisions and challenges, both personal and public. The world will continue to watch, and fans will be eager to see how this family drama plays out.